Let me make sure we are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. And let me make sure. Welcome, everybody. Perspectives Facts Podcast. We are live right now on YouTube, X, and Twitch. Let me go ahead and throw this thumbnail up for this episode. Make this public. Put the monetization on. And let me drop this thumbnail for this episode. Give me 2 seconds. Because we got it right here. I'm probably gonna switch thumbnail too after the episode ends. But for this point, let me see. Undo. So I got a couple crazy thumbnails. I'm gonna try to drop this one. Let me see. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. We'll go with this one right here. But how's everybody doing? Like I said, man, I just want to say what's up to everybody in the building. I want to pop everything off. I want everybody to be good. Just make sure we got the right hip hop Mount Rushmore. All right. Cool. Let's upload it. Let me save this. All right. And we back. So we got a few topics, man. Everybody, what's up? You know, Dot Focus in the building, rolling up right now, man. We're in the building. We're getting this Trump stuff cracking. We're getting this Trump stuff started, man. I'm keeping it in the buck, bro. The tariffs automatically they're gone. I mean, I thought we were doing the tariff thing. I thought Donald Trump was gonna, have like a hard line stance on the tariffs and whatnot. And looks like before you know it, they're gone. He's canceling a few. A couple are getting put back. Let me save this link. Save image as. Save. Let me put this in the downloads. Yeah, and a lot of people are mad. The stock market. I remember talking to a few homies today about stock market, and they were saying how terrible it looked, and it was looking terrible at one point. But towards the end of the day, the market pretty much rallied back, and it looks pretty good right now. I'm not gonna glaze Trump or anything right now. I'm not just gonna do that, but the market does look a little better. My main thing is I don't understand what was the issue with tariffs. I don't understand why he would throw that out there and then take it back. But to be, I guess, fair, he did say a lot of people were calling, a lot of people were tapping in, trying to get the tariffs removed, trying to get some type of deal, something worked out for him. That was his main priority. So, if people were calling in certain countries, said, hey, let's do a deal, that he's acting like he got the deal done. Apparently that's cool. If people are cool with that, I guess they're cool with that. I just think that a lot of people right now, regardless, feel a certain type of way because a lot of people lost money. A lot of people sold their stocks. A lot of people liquidated their 401ks. A lot of people, adjusted a lot of things around in order to kind of avoid what was happening. You know what I'm saying? And kind of brace for a fall. A lot of people lost so much money in the last couple of weeks that they're kind of broke at this point. Like they don't have any money to reinvest. They don't have any money to shoot back in the market. And at this point, they couldn't dump any more money in the stock market. They couldn't take any paper and put in because they probably already lost. I mean, I know people who were dumping the money in Bitcoin. They're lost. I heard margin calls were going crazy. I heard people were let me move this out of the way completely. The margin calls were crazy. I heard people were selling off their gold and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna read this comment. Focus. They should be mad. They should only be mad if they were planning on pulling everything out. If not, then it's the dip. It's a blessing. Buy more. That's what I kept telling people. I'm like, hey, yo, buy the dip. They kept thinking I was being an asshole. Like, oh, wow, don't buy the dip. Don't buy the dip. And I told them earlier today, before this even flipped, I said, yo, if somebody would have told you in April of 2020 to buy up everything you could in the market, you'll be looked at as a madman, right? That's how I personally feel. If you would have told anybody to put money in the market April of 2020, you would have looked crazy. when the prices shot up, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, look, the market's going good," or "Oh, look, this is, if you didn't catch this window, you missed the window." All the people who put their money in crypto are going up. Everybody who put their money in this account or in the video or put their money in certain meme coins, all those popped off, and people are like, "Oh, you might have missed the boat. Where's time to get on?" So a lot of people started having FOMO, and I feel like investing in the stock market post-election, and the market kind of stagnated to where it was. And then just over the last, pretty much since he came into office, the stock market has been falling. And then once you threw the tariffs in there, pretty much all the goods are kind of being halted. That, cars that would be costing a couple, 15 to 20,000 now going to be costing 45 to 50,000. It's like cars, they were saying, were going to be house prices, grocery prices were going to be bill prices. Everything was about to go up, and everybody was panicking. And that's why we had panic selling in the market all week. I told people, like I said, it was around I want to say this morning, right when the market opened, I was like, hey, cop up or, just sit back and see what you do, but just don't sell anything. And as I looked around 4:00, like everything went up, seemed like $20. Everything went up about like $20. So if you were purchasing stocks, crypto or whatever in the last 5 to 7 days, you were bulking up. You look good though. I think it's a lot of good moves. I think some people were in fear, and a lot of people were saying, "Hey, dog, Donald Trump is crashed our nation. Oh my God, Donald Trump has ruined the market. Oh my God, he's fucking everything up." And there was other people that were like, "Hey, we've seen this before. It's time to cop up." It's like if I've been window shopping at a store all day, and I see like 15 items I want to buy, and I come back tomorrow and things are 40% off, things are 30% off, even if it's 10 to 15% off. I'm gonna go ahead and spend my money. This is, oh shit. If they have this sale, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, this store is closing out, I don't want to shop here no more." I'm gonna be like, "Hey, all the stuff I want to buy, they have it on sale today. It's probably not gonna be on sale tomorrow. If you see it, it might not be on sale tomorrow. It wasn't on sale by the end of the day." So you kind of always have to jump in front of things. Let me see. Dot focus. FBJ, a lot of them are new to this and never had read articles on the companies they invest. Also, this shit happens. This is their learning lesson. Mine was when I found Dogecoin at 0.3. See, that's what I'm saying. Even with like a lot of people don't understand, the stock market kind of has a reset to me every like 4 to 5 years. So when I'm looking at it, it was about time things reset. Like if anytime it seems like Bitcoin jumps up to like astronomical levels, it stays there for a couple months. Everybody buys in, and then it flushes out and kicks everybody out who bought in high. Nothing wrong with that. It's just what it is. And I feel like everybody talks about investing in the stock market, this and that, but you have to be able to weather the storm. You have to be able to diversify your portfolio. You have to be able to know how to move in a bear market. You got to be able to have diamond hands, just sit around, you know what I'm saying, and keep buying the dip. If it's bloody out there, just keep buying the dip, man, or just sit and hold on your stuff, but don't panic. The main problem is don't panic. And I feel like a lot of people were panicking. If they weren't panicking, they were sitting still because they wanted to be on the boat of "I told you so much." They just missed out on the bag that a lot of people made the last 2 days. So I just wanted to say that if more people kind of spent more time doing their own research, seeing that there was a lot of things on sale, like if like Microsoft went back up $900, Microsoft was teetering, is probably going to drop under 7, but now it's past 8. Now it's $900. You could have bought some Microsoft yesterday or 2 days ago, and you could have had like an $80 jump. Like it's a lot of things you could have done. Bitcoin, I don't know how much is going on right now, but it was hitting like $73,000. If it goes up back up to $110,000, niggas getting money all over again. So, you got to really pay attention and don't sit here fear mongering or have a paralysis by analysis and watch money just blow by you. That's just something you just couldn't do. Break it down for niggas this way. Would you rather buy a pound for 20? Literally. I broke it down today in the group chat. Literally, I said, yo, buy a brick or shut the fuck up. Stop telling what Trump's doing in the market. Stop telling me how much money you lost. Stop telling what's going on. Buy a brick or shut the fuck up. Cut the dope and move it. Nobody has time to be sitting here how you lost it all, how you're about to lose your house and your mortgage. Nigga, sell what you can, liquidate it, put in the market, buy a brick and flip, nigga. Like that's the thing. A lot of hustlers still got this shit together because a lot of hustlers understand, dog. shit may be slow. I may not move in this work, but I still got work to move. I'm not going to drop my prices like a 1,000% to do a rush sale just because I need the money right now. I'm gonna sit and see if things flip, if the market switches, if somebody call me for some work, and I'll be able to get it off. That same thing with stock market. Okay, if we get a good margin call, I'll be all right, bro. But if I keep doing these shorts, or if I keep playing against what the market is telling me to do because I want to see green so much, you're never going to benefit and eat off the red. If you're playing stock market, you got to eat off the green candles just as efficiently as you eat off the red candles. Just because you may see a red market doesn't mean sit back and watch your shit plummet. It don't even mean sit back and don't make any moves. Study it and know that you can still profit off of a red market. You could have profited off of the red market on a day trading scale where you watch things drop. You could have went in, put your buys at certain low points when it dips, could have bought in, could have hit. You could have took that money, sent that over the Robinhood. You could have bought some blue chip stocks with that at a discount. And today, all your blue chip stocks would have went up because you just bet on the market going down. You won on the market going down. You took that money on day trade. You cashed out. You put it in your regular account with your blue chip stocks, your crypto or whatever. And you could have bought at a discount. And now, like I said, you ate off the red candle, got your money, put it back and bought things on the red. Yes, like I said, if it was Microsoft, Amazon, whatever, you bought it for cheap. And then you ate off the green when things flipped. You got to know how to move around, my nigga. You got to know how to move around. Let me see. Where we at? A little side note. Load up on Pepe. Drop a 4-piece around. Listen, I don't do the stock things. I got homeboys. If you know them, pardon. I'm gonna drop the link of their show in the chat really quick for you guys, because I got some stock homies. They should know. But you know what I'm basically trying to tell y'all guys. Hold on, let me type that. Let me see if they did an episode today. But yeah. What I'm really trying to tell you guys, I just gotta find their page real quick. But yeah, but what I'm really trying to tell you guys is don't sit around here and think that you could just watch the news and you're laughing at, like, same people you're laughing at lost everything are the same people that probably got a bag today. The same people you're laughing at is the same people that came up. So my main thing that I be trying to tell other people is like, don't be sitting back and laughing and watch people lose it all, because people aren't really losing at all. It's just being painted to you as if they're losing. A lot of niggas won today. A lot of motherfuckers cashed out today. That's my homies pardon. That's their YouTube page with stocks and everything. They got an up and coming YouTube channel. So the analogy, the nigga said China is Stringer Bell and Trump is Marlowe. That listen, man. You know what I love about like our culture sometimes? Like when we do dabble in certain white collar industries, like the stock market, we break everything down into our own language and translations, bro. That's why I love like how we learn, just how we interpret things. It's like they'll break down China and America's international, tariff war, and you can be so confused, and a nigga just gonna walk up to you and be like, "Hey, yo, all this don't make sense. Just think China is Stringer Bell and Trump is Marley." Right? Oh, it makes complete sense. Of course it does. Of course it does. But I want to talk to you guys for a little bit before we start getting to these videos, getting to these articles, because we do got a long show tonight. The YouTube, not even YouTube, the X block is hot. Listen, everybody is on X live right now. We got my boy Terrain Walker. He on X right now going live. I just seen Dana with the data going live on X. I just left. I waited for Dewan B to move his pack on the block. I waited for Dewan B to move. I was like, okay, Dewan B, he out there chopping it up on it. He chopping the brick up on the block, on these streets. Let me see how much he moved, and I'm rush out there. And by the time I'm getting my stuff together, Dana with the data, bow, pop up on us on it, and like I said, Terrain Walker popped up. But you see, these are the OGs. And one thing about doing content that you gotta work through it, and you gotta be humble enough, but also enthusiastic. You got to be humble enough to understand that you may not be getting the biggest views, or you may be going live around a busy time where most of your viewers may not be tapped in. But you have to be humble enough to understand that, but still be enthusiastic that, hey, I'm going live with everybody else. I'm going and put my work out there at the same time everybody else putting their work out there, and eventually my numbers, and I can build a niche and create a lane within this ecosystem and thrive. I always say this: don't go live every time everybody's live, but always test yourself and test the market and go live when everybody's live to see how many viewers you got, how many true subscribers and followers you do have. And speaking of subscribers and followers, can you please hit that like button? Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. $ Florida Boy J 904 at the bottom if you feel compelled to donate to the Black Ministry of Realism. Tax on the pack. It's time to stamp and create a product made in US. That's what I'm saying. That's, hey, the price of the brick going up. Price of the brick going up. So niggas told you. Niggas told y'all price of the brick going up. Stop acting like you don't know. Stop acting like you was a victim. You're blindsided. And you know what's so funny? Like I dropped some Trump shorts. I want to say like, what time is it? About an hour ago, around the 7 o'clock time. I already got over 2,000 views from 7 to 8, and then I got over 1,600 views so far from. Well, probably gonna be another 2,000 views between 8 and 9. So that's gonna be like 4,000 views in 2 hours just off Trump topics. So that's kind of what we have to start the show with. This is very big news, so we have to cover it. So while we are covering this topic, let me remove this. Let me add something else to the stage. Remove, present. Let me add in this. Hold on. I'll do that one. X. All right, cool. Cool. All right. So obviously we're gonna play a few videos. We're gonna get a few people in here, and let me, before I even get this cracking, I'm gonna drop the invite link. Suit Oliver Branch in the building. Buy some long dated call option like Amazon, sit back, collect profit. Yep. Hey, I'm gonna keep it buck. A lot of the call options, the best time to do those was last Thursday, Friday. But you could have did them this week too. It wasn't a bad time this week either. But a good time to get those numbers was I want to say this past Friday that went by. Bless up. Yeah, Oliver Branch, man. Hey, we gotta cover all these topics. Listen, where else are you gonna get Trump tariff coverage and MixTape Mount Rushmore coverage? At the same place. Only here. Diversity. The range. All right, so let's go ahead and get this get these stories going on. Okay, so let me make sure everybody sees this. Everybody can see the screen. Cool. On April 9th, 2025, President Trump announced a 90-day pause on tariffs with China following an earlier increase of 125%. This decision was made public via a tweet, which caught the U.S. Trade Representative off guard during a White House hearing. The tariff changes have led to significant market fluctuations, with concerns raised about potential insider trading. Senator Adam Schiff has initiated an investigation into whether the administration members knew about the tariff changes in advance and profited from them. The pause on the tariffs have been described as a strategic move to negotiate with Chinese President Xi Jinping. All right. So we got a couple guys talking about right now. We got this article here breaking: the White House caves on most tariffs, then calls it the art of the deal. That is kind of crazy. You can't make this up. These are the most dangerously incompetent people I've ever seen. Disrupted global supply chains, sent American companies into panic, tanked global markets, alienated key allies, triggered retaliatory tariffs, then pulled back and declared victory. This is Trump's strategy in a nutshell. Create chaos, let it burn, partially undo the damage, claim a win. It only works if your base never learned how to think critically. All right, see, this is another reason before we even play. It's a little only 25-minute clip, but the main reason why we play this is because we want to have full coverage. Don't worry about what I titled it. Don't worry about, from either side of it. We're going to cover this thing on both angles. So here we go.
Excuse me, Raquel, if I could just add to what the secretary said. Many of you in the media clearly missed the art of the deal. You clearly failed to see what President Trump is doing here. You tried to say that the rest of the world would be moved closer to China when in fact we've seen the opposite effect. The entire world is calling the United States of America, not China, because they need our markets, they need our consumers. And they, excuse me, Raquel, if I could just add to what the secretary said. Many of you you in the media clearly missed the art of the deal. You clearly failed to see what President Trump is doing here. You tried to say that the rest of the world would be moved closer to China when in fact we've seen the opposite effect. The entire world is calling the United States of America, not China, because they need our markets, they need our consumers, and they, excuse me.
Hey man, she was popping shit. She was popping shit. But I mean, personally, I hear her, but I have to disagree. I have to disagree because kind of what Brett said, you put the tariff on and took it right back. Like you didn't really stand on business. But hey, he did tell you regardless, it was a great time to buy in the morning. He told you in the morning when the market opened, it was time to buy. Then he paused. Listen, this is what I'm talking about. These tweets right here, this is from people who didn't buy. This is for people who want to say this is illegal market manipulation. If you would have took your money and if you would have took 25% of your net worth and put it into the market at 9:39 a.m. today, you will be better off. If I give you an alley-oop and you don't take it because you hating on me so hard, don't cry foul when everybody I was rocking with eats. I don't want to hear it. Maybe it'll go down tomorrow. We're talking about right now. But he increased the tariff to 125%. I think he did that with China because him and China, they're going back and forth respectfully, yo. He's like I said, it's Stringer Bell and Marlowe situation. And you always got the whiny Democrats always want to cry foul. And I'm not a Republican Democrat, but it's just to me the Democrats are fucking nuts. And Donald Trump, like you just said before, and you called it. You called it. Who is that? CJ Love. You called it. Increase the tariffs. We're about to read that right now. Based on the lack of respect that China has shown to the world's markets, I am hereby raising the tariff charged to China by the United States of America to 125%, effective immediately. At some point, hopefully in the near future, China will realize that the days of ripping off the USA and other countries is no longer sustainable or acceptable. Conversely, and based on the fact that more than 75 countries have called representatives of the United States, including Departments of Commerce, Treasury, and the USTR, to negotiate a solution to these subjects being discussed relatively to the trade barriers, tariffs, currency manipulation, and non-monetary tariffs. And these countries have not, at my strong suggestion, related in this way, shape, or form against the United States, or retaliated in any shape, way, or form against the United States. I've authorized a 9-day pause and in a substantially lowered reciprocal tariff during this period of 10%, also effective immediately. Thank you for your attention at this matter. Yeah, he's going at China, and I'm gonna try to find this one thing where I think it was a guy from Shark Tank talking about how China just gets away with a lot of illegal things. They don't follow the rule on a lot of stuff, and that he kind of wants to, put his foot on China's neck. Another thing, this goofy ass white boy here, Dave Portnoy, he talking about he might switch to Democrats if stocks fall like that. That's all he talking about. See, one thing I want to say, let me put the face on. One thing I want to say about a lot of these Republicans, in a way, y'all be in Democrats. A lot of people on both parties are just grifting to where their wallets are going. And I think Dave Portnoy and a lot of these other Republicans and Democrats, like these people just switch sides every 4 years. Whoever side is more beneficial to them, they'll switch if the dollar changes, yo. So this is kind of crazy. They've been wanting to do that, didn't have the balls to put up the damn Band-Aid. Yeah, on God. Like, people knew what it was, man. They knew what it was. Hold on. And here we got some more Trumpers. Here we go, White House.
This was driven by the president's strategy. He and I had a long talk on Sunday, and this was his strategy all along. And that, you might even say that he goaded China into a bad position. They responded. They have shown themselves to the world to be the bad actors, and we are willing to cooperate with our allies and with our trading partners who did not retaliate. It wasn't a hard message. Don't retaliate. Things will turn out well. And all this was, again, this was driven by the president's strategy. He and I had a long talk on Sunday.
Yeah, man. So, they got their talking points. They knew what they're going to stand on. Like they said before, man, 125% tariff on China. If you got some Nikes, you got something that's coming over from China, you might be fucked. Here we do have Senator Adam Schiff, who says that he'll be investigating if there is any insider trading. With
the demand, who knew in advance?
How concerned are you with this market fluctuation? And are you concerned that there could be members of the White House that are benefiting from it?
Absolutely. I'm writing to the White House to demand who knew in advance that the president was going to once again flip-flop on tariffs, and are people cashing in? There is just all too much opportunity for people in the White House and the administration to be insider trading, and you can't put it past them for a minute. So we're going to try to find out.
There's a good chance they'll just ignore you, though, right? Should there be some other independent investigation into this?
Well, I think Congress should do an investigation into this, but we're going to demand answers from the administration. I think you're right. They're likely to stonewall, particularly if they've been engaged in corrupt insider trading. But they won't be able to hide it for good. I mean, we know who's in the administration. We can look at eventually what people are buying and selling. This will come out. But an administration that has their own meme coins and is already engaged in self-interested dealing when Elon is doging agencies that are doing oversight of his own businesses, in that kind of corrupt climate, you have to assume the worst. And we're going to try to find out.
Hey, another hating ass nigga that didn't put his money in the market. Now we got to start. Hey, and we got the black man talking about, where did JJ get all this money?
The plan, if it was always the
black man said, I see y'all with some bags. I ain't got no bags. Y'all got some money. I ain't got no money. We need to dig in y'all pockets right now. Salute to Stephen Horsford, the representative of the 4th District in North Las Vegas. He came up there tapping pockets today, dog. Let's go.
Is this market manipulation?
No.
Why not? If it was a plan, if it was always the plan, how is this not market manipulation?
It's not market manipulation, sir.
Well, then what?
That is a good point. Think about it. If the guy, and this is why I'm playing these back to back, the guy at first said, we talked to Trump Sunday. He said, this is what we're going to do. We baited them into some bullshit and we pulled the rug up under their feet. Then we had the dude come on right before him and right after him and say, hey, this might be insider trading. Sounds like they devised this plan a while ago and they pulled the trigger. Now the black guy is saying the same thing. Hey, is this insider trading? If you guys plan to crash the market and bring it back up at a certain time, then that kind of, and you guys are politicians. How is this not market manipulation? That is a very, very, very good question to me. I'm gonna be honest, that's a very good question. Let's play it back. They on the ass right now.
Is this market manipulation?
No.
Why not? If it was a plan, if it was always the plan, how is this not market manipulation?
It's not market manipulation, sir.
Well, then what is it? Because it sure is not a strategy.
We're trying to reset the global trade system.
That's
offshored,
and
all of our factories.
And what has that done? How have you done? How have you achieved any of that? But to enact enormous harm on the American people, which was our concern from the very beginning. Tariffs are a tool. It can be used in the appropriate way to protect U.S. jobs and small businesses. But that's not what this does. So if it's not market manipulation, what is it? Who's benefiting? What billionaire just got richer? And all the while, there are not even any Republicans left in this hearing. They all left because they don't even want to defend this. But meanwhile, the speaker is rushing.
Hey, they all got the bag. Hey, what he just said to all the Republicans left. They going to cash them checks. Republicans said, hey, Trump said great ton about the market. Nigga said, bro, I'm cashing out. I'm buying in. I don't know what the hell you talking about. You know what I want to know? Why is he so hyped up? But none of these Democrats be talking about how Nancy Pelosi's trading tactics have been better than Warren Buffett's. How is Nancy Pelosi more accurate than Warren Buffett on her trades as a House Speaker of the Democratic Party? But we don't hear nobody calling Nancy Pelosi to the floor about her unusual trades. But we want to talk about when Trump tells all the American people, hey, if you got extra dollars, you might want to buy some stock. I'm about to sell the work for the low today. And because you was hating too hard to cop up, talking, what billionaire got rich? Bro, I know me and a couple of my homies got a couple dollars in our pocket today, man. I ain't saying too much. I ain't saying too much. But today was a good day if you were not a Trump hater. Today was a very lucrative day if you're not a Trump hater. If you were, it is what it is. Watch her fake ass pull asleep. Yeah, you know, that's what they do when they, when white people, they, sometimes they gotta get pulled to them at the point. I'm either too crazy or too old to be held accountable. So we'll see. But let's go back to this salty nigga that missed the bag. It is how a lot of you broke ass niggas was talking to us during the pandemic when them PPP bags hit. This how y'all was talking to us. This how y'all was talking to us niggas who got PPP loans in what was it? I was about to say the FBA loans, SBA loans, stuff like that. This is how y'all talk.
Appropriate way to protect U.S. jobs and small businesses. But that's not what this does. So if it's not market manipulation, what is it? Who's benefiting? What billionaire just got richer? And all the while, there are not even any Republicans left in this hearing. They all left because they don't even want to defend this. But meanwhile, the speaker is rushing to the floor to pass a budget reconciliation to screw America by passing the biggest tax cut in history on the backs of the American people. WTF? Who's in charge? Because it sure doesn't look like it's the trade representative. You just got the rug pulled out from under you.
Yeah, man. He was over there mad, getting upset. I feel him, but I don't. It is what it is. Yep, just in. 3.5 trillion added to the U.S. stock market following a 90-day tariff pause. Told you niggas it's a great time to buy if you didn't cop up. I'm sorry to hear that. Donald Trump again.
Yeah, that's up almost 7.
You got the market seeing your brilliance.
Yeah, that's up almost 7 points. 2,500 points. Nobody's ever heard of it. It's going to be a record.
Amazing. Yeah. You make an announcement next.
Yes, sir.
Y'all said Representative like he was holding puts is crazy. White House Post spark, bruh. Let him cook. Bruh, let him cook is crazy. Yo, let him cook. Let him cook is crazy. Bro, we're not living in America anymore, but we're living in a reality show called America. Sit cook. Yo, this is crazy. I make a stupid decision, something really bad happens. I convince my followers the problem is now magically solved. I reverse my stupid decision. That's hilarious. Do not retaliate. Yo, this sound like Stringer Bell. Don't retaliate and you'll be rewarded. Hey, listen, we're gonna drive the price of the brick up ×4. Don't say nothing, don't cut no other work, don't even cut the work. Move the work. Remember, dog, who said that? You remember when Stringer told, hold on, yeah, let me go back. Last Dragon. Remember when Stringer told dog, who was he was like, I think it was season 1, he was like, when dude came out like, hey bro, this work ain't really that good. He was like, hey my nigga, we know it's not that good. The fiends know it's not that good. That means the fiends gonna come back twice and cop it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it don't matter if we put the brick up, we don't matter if we drop the brick. If we got work on the block, move the work on the block. The quality ain't the problem. The problem is that you ain't on the block fast enough moving it. Let them cook. Let them cook.
Successful negotiating strategy that President,
Dawg said, hey, don't retaliate. I don't want to hear you talking crazy. You still might get the bag. That was just crazy. Don't retaliate. You'll be rewarded. Let them cook. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm going to find some more videos. Like I said, the stock market went up, bro. Stock market went up. The NASDAQ went up nearly 12% on day. Man, on some real, I need my niggas from Pardon to call in real quick, man. I need my niggas from Pardon to tell me about the market. This is a perfect day. Let me text these niggas really quick, man. I'm gonna text these niggas like, bro, this is a perfect time. Hold on. Let me go find these guys. Hold on. Tap into the show. We breaking down the Trump market flip. Trump market flip. If you want to speak on it, fall through. All right, let me send this out. Bow. All right, so yeah, man, did his thing, bro. Trump did his thing. As far as reverse the market, we got some more stuff right here. Dow Jones recorded.
You and I get to witness what appears to be, we've got healthy trading for the bulls right now, Jan. You and I get to witness what appears to be the first close on the Dow Jones Industrials with a gain of 3,000 points, although we're settling. It's all over the map. I can't for sure tell you that, but what a rally day. Let's see what happens tomorrow. We've got healthy trading for.
What I'm talking about, bro. Niggas in the stock market, and because it's this, hey, last drag, you know what I'm talking about, man. Don't matter. They still got caught. And what he told dog, he said, hey, bro, and if the work is shit, they ain't gonna get as high. That means they're gonna come back twice. They gonna come back faster because they couldn't get as high. Bro, when Stringer Bell told dog that, I was like, I'm about to, man, what? Nigga, man, listen, man, you be watching, listen to Wired. Listen, we ain't gonna do that today. White House handle the hands of Black Twitter talking about let them cook. That's what I'm saying, bro. They be on it too bad with us, bro. Talking let them cook. Nigga, you ain't Russ. Let Donald cook. Nigga, y'all fucking crazy. These people out of pocket talking about let Don cook. Nigga, you better goddamn. Hey, but I will say this. Donald Trump did what he did. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I think I got about 6 more subscribers on YouTube since this news been announced. I've been, that we all have to find a way to benefit off of Donald Trump. When Donald Trump's in office, he's news. Things circulate. It is time for people to take advantage. Don't sit around here and be, you hating so hard. You don't come up off the Trump train, bro. Everybody got to come up off the Trump train, man. And we do have, let me see this. We got some more news right here. Here we go. We think they say that the Republican Stephen Horsfeld of DMV melts down as he learns about Trump's tariff. Let's listen to this shit. I want to see which one we're going to find to play. Let's do this one.
Minutes ago.
Sitting here
under discussion.
Mr. Trade Representative.
So this is the full argument these niggas are talking and shit. That's what I'm saying. These niggas gotta get your money up, man. Like I said, look like Dog had all his money on today. All his money was on puts today. That clearly we can see that.
Are you aware that the tariffs have been paused?
I am, yes.
When were you made aware of that?
Well, I understood the decision was made a few minutes ago.
Sitting here
under discussion.
Sitting here under discussion. So did you know that that this was under discussion, and why did you not include that as part of your opening remarks?
So typically what I don't do is divulge the contents of my discussions.
What are the details of the pause?
Well, my understanding is that because so many countries have decided not to retaliate, we're going to have about 90 days.
No, excuse me. China increased their tariffs on the United States. Trump blinked.
What's the blink, sir?
What do you know about this pause? What are the details of it?
Well, the details, as I understand it, is that China continues to retaliate. Other countries didn't retaliate. The president 2 or 3 days ago said we wanted to negotiate with those countries that asked for meetings. That's what we're doing.
What are the details? How long is the pause? How many days? How many weeks?
I understand it's 90 days. I haven't spoken to the president since I've been
So the trade representative hasn't spoken to the president of the United States about a global reordering of trade.
Yes, I have. I've just been in the hearing with you.
But yet he announced it on a tweet. WTF? Who's in charge?
President of the United States is in charge.
And what do you?
Did he just speak in what did he just say? Bruh, that's how you know these Democrats are some pussies. And he said, oh, WTF, you mean what the fuck? What you mean WTF? Nigga, grab your nuts and press this nigga about the money. That's the problem. Y'all think everybody black, oh, let's send a black man to press about the money. This ain't no real G. This ain't no gangster. This ain't Marlo with a press dog. We would have had dog, his legs hanging upside down, pockets inside out, shaking this nigga like a rag doll. Where the money, nigga? And they playing, talking about WTF. Man, if I don't rob your dumb ass, you don't wear my money. What WTF? Instead of telling me what the fuck I ain't giving you shit back. I'm gonna rob you again. I'm gonna rob you again. Why not? You pussy. You got sweet tattooed on your forehead. This nigga got sweet tattooed on his forehead. Sweet lick. Come on, man. You gotta press people harder than this that you think is market manipulation.
You know about those details.
Well, as I mentioned,
It looks like your boss just pulled the rug out from under you and paused the tariffs, the taxes on the American people. There's no strategy. You just found out 3 seconds ago, sitting here, we saw you.
we've been discussing a
If
variety
you
of
came here knowing that you were going to be turned off, that these tariffs were going to be turned off, why didn't you include that in your opening statement? Why didn't you reference that as part of your testimony?
Well, I don't disclose my conversations with the president, sir.
These were specific questions we asked you all along. What's the strategy? These are real consequences for the American people and small businesses. I had a group of small businesses in my office earlier today talking about the impacts of these tariffs on aluminum and steel. This is amateur hour, and it needs to stop. What does this even mean for your negotiating strategy? How are you in charge of negotiation if the president is tweeting about this from wherever the hell he is?
The president was elected and he runs the trade policy, and I advise him and execute his
Who
trade
executes
policy.
the trade policy?
I execute the trade
Did you
policy
know
for the president.
that this was happening?
We have been discussing all kinds of
And there's
options.
another member of the cabinet, Bessent, who just canceled coming to the Hill to avoid talking about the market because it's in turmoil. This in just days, because there was no strategy, there was no plan. The president chose to take actions that he didn't even have the authority to take. He's put our economy in disarray and near collapse. We have small businesses and Americans who are concerned about their well-being, people's retirement, people's 529 accounts went down because of this administration. We have people that are planning to send their kids to college this fall. People who are retiring whose benefits have declined. Is this market manipulation?
No.
Why not? If it was a plan, if it was always the plan, how is this not market manipulation?
It's not market manipulation, sir.
Well, then what is it? Because it sure is not a strategy.
We're trying to reset the global trade system.
You're,
It has
and
offshored all of our factories.
and what has that done?
offshored all of
How
our
have you
jobs.
done? How have you achieved any of that? But to enact enormous harm on the American people, which was our concern from the very beginning. Tariffs are a tool. It can be used in the appropriate way to protect U.S. jobs and small businesses. But that's not what this does.
Now, to pause this, I see the point that he's making. The point that he's making right now is that people were affected in real life and in real time by this artificial tariff imposing rule. A lot of people's 401ks were sliced. A lot of people panicked and sold a lot of their assets. A lot of people fucked themselves up by jumping the gun, but didn't know that they were going to come back days later and be like, oh, the tariffs are lifted, buy into the stock market. So from an objective point of view, I think Republican Stephen Horsford has very tangible points that he's making. But I will still say on top of the points that he is making, what are we going to do about it? You can ask these guys, but who's being held accountable for this situation? I don't see anybody being held accountable for the situation. Calling to the map. I see what he's doing, but to me, this is the same thing Cory Booker did when he did the whole 24-hour performance filibustering situation. But we'll play the rest.
So if it's not market manipulation, what is it? Who's benefiting? What billionaire just got richer? And all the while, there are not even any Republicans left in this hearing. They all left because they don't even want to defend this. But meanwhile, the speaker is rushing to the floor to pass a budget reconciliation to screw America by passing the biggest tax cut in history on the backs of the American people. WTF? Who's in charge? Because it sure doesn't look like it's the trade representative. You just got the rug pulled out from under you. I wish I could feel some empathy, but the empathy I have is for the American people whose very well-being and livelihoods are being affected. This is not a game. This is real life. I yield back.
Let the
Yeah, I feel him, but still, like, I think a lot of this stuff be filibuster, man. I think a lot of stuff just be motherfuckers just talking crazy. And I'm not saying they don't mean it, but it's like, come on, bro. Like, is you really standing on that, or are you just talking crazy? We got some more.
Tariffs on China moved from 104%. Trump has just said, effective immediately, the tariffs on China moved from 104%. Larry, I think he's trying to make you happy, up to 125%. So let's talk about that. Do we have the other? Okay, we got another one too. I'm just going to keep giving to you.
Yeah, here's the whole.
And Dagan, I'm going to turn over.
No, you go, because this is even bigger news.
He's authorized a 90-day pause on tariffs that applies to reciprocal and the 10% tariff, a 90-day pause effective immediately. Look at the straight shoot up line.
Trump.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, people salty, and my main point is, dog, you could have got in. If you didn't get in, it is what it is. But, I don't want to, like I said, I'm not, tripping on anybody, but I'm just saying. And this is before the situation. So this is what I'm talking about, that everybody's celebrating now, but before the situation, people were really fucked up. And let me go ahead and put this on here. Here you go.
We think that China is going to have to pay for it, but it tells a story of a special needs toy importer. And when the tariffs went into effect at midnight, his tariff, he's been paying a tariff because he gets stuff from China, $26,000 a year. His tariff bill went from $26,000 at midnight to $346,000. And that's money he's going to have to come out of his pocket. It sounds like he's going to have to go ahead and close down part of his business. He tried to make the toys in the United States, but the tariff on that, his most popular item, went from $0 to $17 at midnight. And what he told the New York Post is people don't understand the tariff situation. They think just foreign countries are paying for the tariffs. That's not true. Half of the tariffs are being paid for by U.S.-based companies. Yeah. So when you look at the big numbers and they look good, just remember that according to this guy, half of the small businesses and half of the tariffs are being paid by Americans.
Well, yeah, man. I feel these people.
Right now is a brand new Truth Social out from President Trump. The Dow is surging now at 1,500 points on this. President Trump has just put out a Truth Social saying, based on the lack of respect that China has shown to the world's markets, I am hereby raising the tariff charge to China by the U.S. to 125% effective immediately. At some point, hopefully in the near future, China will realize that the days of ripping off the USA and other countries is no longer sustainable or acceptable. Conversely, and based on the fact that more than 75 countries have called reps of the United States, including the Department of Commerce, Treasury, and the USTR, to negotiate a solution to the subjects being discussed relative to trade barriers, tariffs, currency manipulation, and non-monetary tariffs, and that these countries have not at my strong suggestion, retaliated in any way, shape, or form against the U.S. And here's the big news grabbing the headlines. I've authorized a 90-day pause, capital letters, and a substantially lowered reciprocal tariff during this period of 10%, also effective immediately. He finishes with, thank you for your attention on this matter. That's a new Truth Social, John, out from the president moments ago. The market's obviously reacting to that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're just going to do a couple more before we get on this mixtape shit. I don't know why they always keep taking me all the way out, but yeah, we're gonna get a full coverage. We're gonna get a full coverage. We're not even playing no games, bro. We're not playing no games. Hold on, this Trump.
There was a pause put in on the tariffs. Can you walk us through your thinking about why you decided to put a 90-day pause?
Well, I thought that people were jumping a little bit out of line. They were getting yippy, you know. They were getting a little bit yippy, a little bit afraid, unlike these champions, because we have a big job to do. No other president would have done what I did. No other president. I know the presidents. They wouldn't have done it.
You started the morning saying...
Yo, Trump always got some sneak. I know them niggas. They ain't built like that. Trump always got like a sneak this. He just say, oh, and I know them niggas. They ain't cut like that. That's fucking crazy. Nigga said, and he dripped the TikTok deal off the table. That nigga might motherfucking, what'd he say? This comes after trying to fuck around with the retaliatory tariff good. That CCP app should burn in hell. All right, man. So we're going to wrap this Trump topic up. We're just going to see if we can play a few more things. I think this is, let me see. Okay, nah, she talked crazy.
As you all know, the president just put out a statement announcing an additional tariff on China. The tariff on China will now go up to 125% because China imprudently decided to retaliate against the United States. And as I said at the podium yesterday, when you punch at the United States of America, President Trump is going to punch back harder. In that same vein, we have had more than 75 countries from around the world reach out to President Trump and his team here at the White House to negotiate better trade deals for the American worker. We have been overwhelmed with the amount of requests from countries around the world. I'll let the secretary speak to that. We will continue with the tailor-made negotiations that I spoke about yesterday. In the meantime, there will be a 90-day pause on the reciprocal tariffs as these negotiations are ongoing, and the tariff level will be brought down to a universal 10% tariff. The secretary here has been a huge part of the president's trade team, of course, and will continue to lead these negotiations moving forward to look out for the American worker, which is always President Trump's goal. As you all know, the president just put out a statement announcing an additional tariff on China.
Yeah, man. Hey, they cooking. My thing is, like, if you want to ask my opinion on it, like I said, a lot of people got money. A lot of people got their money back today, and a lot of people who lost money got it back, and a lot of people who invested ate. So honestly, if the only people who I think may have lost are people who took their money out early, and you know they lost. But some people couldn't afford to let their money sit any longer and let their finances and 401ks sit any longer being evaporated. Some people don't have that luxury, dog, especially in this type of economy. A lot of people don't have that luxury. So I can't sit up here and call them stupid. I can't sit up here and like make names and stuff right now, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But let's play some more Trump right here.
I was watching the bond market. The bond market is very tricky because it does take guts, believe me.
Was it the bond markets that persuaded you to reverse course?
No, I was watching the bond market. The bond market is very tricky. I was watching it, but if you look at it now, it's beautiful. The bond market right now is beautiful. But yeah, I saw last night where people were getting a little queasy. I think everything had, well, the big move wasn't what I did today. The big move was what I did on Liberation Day. We had Liberation Day in America. We're liberated from all of the horrible deals that were made, all of the horrible trade deals that were made. And I was helped by people just like this, senator, congressman, and friends, right? And we had great help in the Senate. Our Republican senators have been amazing. They stood tall. And likewise in the House. And John thinks it does take guts, believe me.
Was it the bond markets that persuaded you to reverse course?
No, I was watching the bond market. The bond market is very tricky. I was watching it, but if you look at it now, It's
Yeah, because I heard
beautiful.
some people saying that the bond markets was what got Trump to do what he did. But I'm like, hey, we don't know. Here we got some CNBC.
Based on the lack of respect that China has shown to the world's markets, he's raising the tariff on China to 125%. That's, of course, up from the 104%. Negative news on China, saying that based on
That's still kind of crazy, yo. Like 125, that's basically saying like, bro, we have no intentions on like breaking this shit, bro. We gonna press even harder. So just to wrap up this topic right now, hold on, we got a little more.
On China moved from 100.
I'm gonna give you guys one more video. Hold me see. Hater. Yeah. Somebody said I think this means the art of the deal, yo. These people.
Except to create a lot of. Look, the fact that he's pausing these tariffs says that he didn't really have a plan. It's like a rolling of the dice and a crapshoot. And where's the plan? What is the goal here except to create a lot of chaos, uncertainty, and fear? And that's what's happening.
Do you fear that they could be re-implemented if these countries don't commit to?
Look, if he really wants to have a plan, but you know what? One uses tariffs in a much more focused way, not the way he's doing it. Like, 100 countries, sure, why not? He just wants to extort what he can from countries, from law schools, from universities, from law firms. That's what he does. Extortion. Look, the fact that he's
I see what she's calling it. She's trying to call it extortion, but in my head, I'm kind of like, well, I mean, like, what side are you on? Are you trying to say that the U.S. is acting unfair, or are you understanding that that is what geopolitical negotiations are? We're going to extort you. If we can't extort you, we're going to blackmail you to extort you. And if we can't blackmail you to extort you, then we're going to start a proxy war and overthrow your government. That is the American way. We're going to get what we want when we want it. And if you don't give it to us, we will take it. Like, if you don't like that, then don't be an American politician and try to like help niggas from within, because then it's just treason. I mean, if you are an American politician or legislator, you are already in the game. Like, don't become a blood or a crip and be like, yo, we got to start doing right. Nigga, you got to take a couple people out. Nigga, this ain't the time to do right. You want to do right, you should have got the fuck around here, nigga. Don't come around here talking we got to do right. Hoe ass nigga. What you talking about? We got to do right, nigga. We about to get you right up out of here, goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all that cool politicians. We don't believe you. Just go ahead, go with the bag, go with the flow. Rob everybody else like you've been doing. People just be getting really upset about that. So to move away from that topic, I want to speak about one of the most important things to me and a lot of other people, hip hop Mount Rushmore, and went viral. A lot of people had an issue. A lot of people talked about it. There is Gucci, Lil Wayne, Currency, and Future as hip hop's Mount Rushmore. To be honest, I have a problem with this list, and I'm from the South, but I do have a problem with this list. And my problem with this list is that I feel like when you do a Mount Rushmore list, I feel like, number one, when people do lists, it automatically, how am I trying to say this? When people do lists, I feel like sometimes they do certain things to make people have knee-jerk reactions or to have a certain stance on it and to be triggered. Because I like the list. The list isn't bad to me. I just have a few things I would critique about the list. But I've seen a lot of people that were really like upset, crashing out, like, nigga, how dare. Let me put this on there. Yeah, people like, how dare niggas, how dare y'all try to tell me, this is, hell no, this is, where's Jada, where's 50, where's all, and when you make these lists, you have to go by eras and who is number one in that era. I'm from the South, but the hip hop Mount Rushmore to me shouldn't be 4 artists. You got two from New Orleans, Louisiana, one from Mobile, Alabama, or Birmingham, and the other one from Atlanta, Georgia. Like, bro, it's been a lot of mixtape legends in hip hop that aren't connected to these guys real quick. And hold on, give me a second. Goddamn, Stars calling me. Hold on. You, what's poppin'? Yeah. Hold on, say it again. You said audio came out as what?
Audio. There's a witness, a black guy who was up under the tent with his daughters. He said the two white boys tried to jump Carmelo.
Yeah, I seen it. They said it was raining too. That's why he was up under the tent.
Where's the audio? I need that audio.
Oh, I didn't hear I didn't hear the audio either, but I seen it.
I just heard the audio. The amazing Lucas on YouTube has. I don't want to necessarily take his audio. I have to email him ahead of time.
Right.
Do you have time to help me find this?
Yeah. I'm live. I'm in my show at 10, and I'm gonna get the research done. I got you. All right, peace. All right, man. OG Star, we got some more information, man. We're going live at 10 o'clock. So we're going to break down this hip-hop mixtape situation. And after we break this shit down, we're definitely going to sign out, hop on the Star Report. But let me just break this shit down too. So my problem with the list is that as big as mixtapes have been in hip-hop, there's no way you can place 4 guys from the South. And me being from the South, I just think this is unfair to me. And does it sound okay? Last Dragon, does it sound okay? Just let me know if it sounds okay. My main issue with the situation is that you have to talk about the eras in hip hop and who is running it. Okay. So when we want to talk about mixtapes, the Clue era, Jadakiss, Cameron, Dips, we got a lot of people, Jay-Z got classic mixtape cuts. Big L got classic mixtape cuts. Fab got classic mixtape cuts. We got to give New York props for being the pioneers of how to set the template of a mixtape. You got to give New York credit for that. You got to give like don't tell me about DJ Drama and DJ Scream if you're not going to tell me about DJ Clue. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to tell me about what's his name? He just passed away a few years ago. He used to have a lot of magazine covers. The Drama King. What's his name? The Drama King. Another DJ. K Slate. DJ K Slate. Another mixtape legend you got to put up in there. And when I want to break it down, I'm going to remove Gucci Man and I'm going to put 50 Cent as the first. 50 Cent as the first. Let me type this in. 50 Cent. He has to be the first head on there because 50 Cent set the template for all these other rappers to pretty much follow by taking other songs, remixing them, by taking other records. We're going to share this tab. By taking other records, remixing the songs, throwing different courses on them. 50 Cent really, like I said, if it wasn't for how 50 Cent remixed songs that are already out, Lil Wayne wouldn't have been able to do what he did. So I can never put 50. I can't put Wayne on a mixtape list where 50 Cent isn't on that mixtape list. Hold on, Mike. Can you guys hear me now? Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to connect and disconnect. Give me 2 seconds. All right. I'm back. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me type home. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. So I'm gonna break this shit down a little bit more. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Okay, cool. So like I said, 50 Cent, he pretty much established a game in the mixtape lane, and 50 Cent laid the blueprint. 50 Cent went as big as 50 showed people that if you put enough work in the mixtape circuit, by the time the mainstream grabs you to put you in the forefront, you have built such a core organic audience on the streets that once mainstream connects to the street element, then it's going to explode. And that's how with 50 Cent. By the time we heard Wanksta, by the time the masses heard Wanksta, 50 Cent in the mixtape and the underground game was the hottest man in the streets. So when Wanksta dropped, you literally seen the connection of mainstream giving the look to the hottest nigga in the internet streets, in the mixtape streets, in the cassette burnt CD streets. That's why Wanksta was so big. And then once Wanksta kind of picked up and went big, then we dropped it in the club. And that's why 50 Cent took off the way it did, because he organically built a cult following in an underground hip hop fan base where you had to kind of be in the know to know who's this 50 Cent guy. Then he gets shot 9 times, so adds his aura. And 50 Cent, it's a lot of fans that arguably think that 50 Cent's mixtape discog is his real catalog. And that's what makes you on a mixtape Mount Rushmore, is no matter how great you are, your mixtape run might be better than your whole album discography. And everybody on this list, album discographies is up there. Like Future, Wayne, 50 Cent albums, they have hip hop classic albums. And you can still make arguments that their mixtapes and their songs that were never released as singles, that never charted on Billboard, are their classic records. So 50 Cent to me has to be number one on that list. And I'm gonna say 50 Cent because to me, I don't go by what everybody else is doing. I'm going by era. So for 50 Cent, from the year, let's say 1999 to 2000, let's just say from 2002 to 2008, or just that whole 2002 early 2000s reign, 50 Cent deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore because he set a lane for what the template was after the fact. Number 2, that I'm going to put on the list, Lil Wayne. I got to put Lil Wayne, number 2. Look at these. Look, these are just mixtapes, yo. These are just mixtapes. These are just mixtapes. No Ceilings is a classic. Sorry for the Wait. Drop that right before the Carter 4. The Drought 3, classic. The Drought 1, classic. Where's the Drought 2? I don't even see the Drought 2 on here. But every Drought series is fire. Dedication 1. Dedication 2. Dedication 3. Where's Dedication 3? Dedication 3, 4, 5, and 6. Like, dude, No Ceilings. The prefix, the suffix, Louisiana, the prefix right here. Where's the suffix? I can't even find it. Louisiana, Young Money, the mixtape. Like, bro, this nigga had so many hits, so many mixtape. Hey, listen, Rich Forever. When that mixtape dropped, I bought new speakers in my car and switched them out in 3 days just so I can hear "Fuck 'Em," the song with him and I think 2 Chainz, just so I can hear that song "Fuck 'Em" like in full blast. So 100%, Rick Ross can go up there, but I'm definitely gonna say Lil Wayne. We just can run them all gangster grills for the movie. That's what I'm saying. So if anybody does agree with me, like I said, I will invite you. You guys can call in and tap in. But my main point is, and like I will stand on, my main point is this, dog. 50 Cent, number 1, and not like the greatest of all time. I'm saying he's the first head I'm putting on that list. I'm going down chronologically. 50 Cent laid the template for Lil Wayne. Second person, second head on the Mount Rushmore mixtapes, I'm going to put Lil Wayne on there. We got to give Lil Wayne that. Lil Wayne set the bar very, very high. So we got to give Lil Wayne number 2. Everything he did from 2003 to 2011 reset hip hop. He changed the game. He changed the face of the game. Tupac, I fuck with Pac, but he wasn't no mixtape artist, man. Pac, I believe if time would have went on, he would have became the first iteration of a mixtape artist, because I feel like Machiavelli, they even said that Machiavelli was low-key supposed to be like a mixtape. Don Clume 97 Day Theory, that album, that was supposed to be a mixtape that was just going to hit the streets, but then he died. So I think Tupac was going to be the originator of the modern album mixtape, where we're going to take original songs, original cuts, make it more grittier, and then release to the streets. I think that's what Tupac was going to do before he passed. So I got to say Lil Wayne number 2. Controversial number 3 to some people. And the reason why I say Lil Wayne number 3, and I'm going to say this, Lil Wayne is 3 because he's taken up basically 2004 to 2011. So if you think about T.I., Ross, Yo Gotti, Fabulous, Jadakiss, Jeezy, Gucci, you think about this is the peak era. This is the height of the mixtape game, the apex of mixtapes, right? I'm going to put Lil Wayne ahead of Jeezy, Gucci, T.I., Ross, Yo Gotti, Lil Bootsy, all those guys. I'm going to put Lil Wayne above them, and Lil Wayne takes that early 2000 spot, right? We're going to give that early 2000 spot, that era, which we have a lot of comments, right? We have a lot of comments. We're going to speak on, hey, listen, I'm a whiz. Hey, listen, I'm a whiz nigga, bro. I'm all the way Wiz Khalifa. Like, that's my guy. But we're going to get there. G-Unit, if you came here earlier, I said 50 Cent definitely gets number 1 on that list. Not as the greatest, but if I have 4 heads to put on Mount Rushmore of hip-hop mixtapes, 50 Cent is going to be the first head on that Mount Rushmore for the simple fact that I feel like he set the blueprint that Lil Wayne took and ran with remixing songs, remixing courses, and just taking another nigga song and making it a better song or a hotter song in the streets. 50 Cent doing that, he's the first head, and he kind of takes that whole DJ Clue, real cassette, mixtape, radio freestyle era. 50 Cent's the face of that. When we want to talk about the Southern explosion of hip-hop and mixtapes for the South, I'm not going to put it all South, but for the South, in that era where things were exploding, Can't Ban the Snowman, Wilt Chamberlain 1 through 5, Duval, all that stuff, Bootsy mixtapes. Wayne runs that era, so Wayne will be the second head on that list, right? Putting Lil Wayne second. Now, number 3. Y'all might not like this. Y'all might have an issue, but I'm gonna tell y'all who number 3 is on this list. I'm typing them in now. May not like it, but I don't care. This is, let me put the screen on here. You said 50 Weezy go out Future. Nah. Weezy takes Guap's lane. I'm not putting multiple people in the same era. I'm picking somebody pretty much from every era or like complete different lanes. Currency's number 3. Currency is number 3. He is going to be the 3rd out of 4th mixtape GOAT Mount Rushmore's. Currency, hot spitter, number 3 head on that list. I will stand on it. He is probably the only rapper I can think of that doesn't even drop albums, that never had to drop a critically acclaimed commercial album to keep his career going, to keep motion, to keep a fan base. These are all mixtapes pretty much, besides, I want to say, Pilot Talk 4. But Covert Coupe alone, this mixtape alone, top 5 mixtape of my generation. This mixtape changed lives. Can't get no better than that. Collection Agency, On the Run, like all these are tapes. Weekend at, they just back at, we ain't even got the Weekend at Bernie's. But what I'm pretty much showing you guys is that when we talk about output, right? When we want to talk about currency, right? Are they going to take me to the page or are they playing? Hold on, let me see something. All right, cool. Covert Coupe is classic. Let me see the comments real quick. Soulja Boy owned YouTube streets. Man, listen, he owned YouTube streets, but nobody was seriously like tapped into Soulja Boy. Oh man, he got a new mixtape. Yeah, Currency got more material. That's what I'm saying. Currency has probably been the only artist not to pivot away from mixtapes. Yo, Covert Coupe turned me from a YN with the Gucci and Jeezy and the Gotti to a chill nigga. Covert Coupe, my favorite. Hey, changed lives. Y'all know what time it is, dog. Fear and Loathing New Orleans. Changed lives. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, niggas be playing with Currency like Currency isn't that guy. Fetty. Like, the Fetty mixtape with him and Freddie Gibbs. Crazy. We should have got more videos. The Umbrella Symphony with London Drugs goes crazy. That's what I'm saying, dog. Spring Cleaning, the Spring Collection. What else we got? Y'all, Currency dropped a mixtape every month. When he dropped the 1230, the 1030, the 930, Carlton Heist is probably the most underrated currency mixtape of all time to me with Alchemist. I feel like people slept on and they forgot it. It's one of my favorite currency mixtapes. Stone on Ocean is a classic. Legend of Harvard Blue was cool. My brother would be killing this right now. Bourbon Street Secrets is good. Like I said, that Carlton City Heist classic. The Owner's Manual was crazy. The Drive-In Theater 1 and 2 are classic. The Stage with Smoke DZA goes crazy. Bales with Young Roddy is a fucking classic. Red Eye with Money Machine number 2. I remember I rapped that with Currency back in 2014, right after tape drop. One of my favorite songs. A 3-piece collection. I remember that dropped on Christmas. Christmas Eve. I remember that was fire. Priest Andretti is classic. Cigarette Boats, first time I heard 6-7 Turbojet. Just lost my goddamn mind. Bro, Currency's coming to Orlando, I think, later this month. Bro, that bitch gonna be packed out. Currency's that nigga. Hey, it's funny when you say that, and I feel you, Betty Boop, that nobody listens to Currency, you never heard of him, but that's the kind of the emphasis on some of these underground conversations, some of these mixtape conversations, where it's like you kind of had to be tapped into that culture, into the mixtapes, to know who was making an impact around these times. So I do hear you, and that's what I said earlier, that is probably going to be a controversial third pick, but to me, and as you can kind of see by the fan base in here and the supporters, that Currency most definitely deserves to be on this list. You know what I'm saying? Hey, salute to Raw Lou. Hey, I feel you, dog. I feel you. But yeah, like what we're saying right now, Currency definitely that guy, bro. Currency definitely made the moves. I will say this though. Let me make sure. Let me look at my phone real quick. Okay, hold on. Streaming. Hit me up when you park. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen, Betty. See, that's what I'm saying, Moses. If you're not tapped into Currency, like, is she sound crazy? I ain't gonna call her crazy because I understand that she may not be tapped in, so I'm gonna give her some grace. But for the regular rap fan who listens to the shit, like, nah, we know Currency definitely deserves it. Number 4. Number 4 on the hip hop list. Number 4 on that Mount Rushmore. Fabulous deserves his flowers. I played Ain't No Competition 2 was like the second track I played. I played Ain't No Competition 2 when I was doing my mix for the show, went live on YouTube. I had go back on X if you want to watch it. I played everybody was talking about. I played a couple songs where No Competition 2 is I ain't go to Soul Tapes first. I went straight to No Competition. RIP. That listen, man. Fab my nigga. But the number 4 person on the list, to me, I think is undisputed. I think this guy carried mixtapes after Wayne. Currency definitely kept it underground. But the guy I'm about to mention next reshaped mixtapes, and he showed niggas how to reheat the nachos through mixtapes. After you took off on a run and slightly fell off or disappointed, the guy I'm about to name showed you how to kind of do Wayne in the 2010s to already be hot, but go back in the studio and cook up mixtapes to get yourself a little hotter. So let me show you guys my personal goat, one of the goats I'll put up there. Soul Tape was crazy. Let me see this. I can never get into Currency. I wasn't a smoker. If you rolled up, I could see. Yo. So I'm saying Currency, bro. High. Listen to Currency. Man, you get your mind right. You'll save your money. It's like Larry June. You'll get your shit right. Fuck with Currency. You'll get your shit right. You'll get your priorities in order, just like Larry. But number 4 and finals, like I said, number 1, we got 50 Cent for the initial mixtape era about the internet. The early 2000s is 50. Then that whole southern wave of mixtapes, the drama era, the Gangsta Grills era, the DJ Scream era, all that. Who Kid, Holiday, all that. We're gonna give that to Wayne. Then if we're going to talk about like dedication to who kind of keeps the underground going, we got to get that Currency, right? But this next guy, come on, man. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know Future, dog. Future. He was on that list. You can never take Future off the list. FBG, Free Band Gang, Pluto. I mean, bro, Purple Rain. Classic, bro. Just dropped mixtape Pluto last year, sold over 100,000, bro. Tell me what rapper at top of the game drops 2 number 1 albums and said, you know what? I'm going to drop a mixtape in 2024. Future, still on it, bro. Like, when your nickname is Mixtape Pluto, you might be a GOAT. Beast Mode. Crazy. Zaytoven produced Beast Mode. 56 Nights. March Madness. God Bless the Trap Niggas. Me No Compadre. Classic. Dirty Sprite. The OG Dirty Sprite put everybody on. This is my first Future mixtape. Streets is Calling, September 9th. I remember everybody was going to college freshman year. Streets is Calling. Same damn time. Ball Forever. Super Slimy with Young Thug. After the Beef. Classic. I played one of the songs from this mixtape when we were going. True Story, which I think really put Future on with Ain't Nowhere Around It, all that type of shit, bro. Like I said, bro. Astronaut Status. This might be my favorite pre-first album Future tape. Astronaut Status could have been the first album, bro. Astronaut Status. I remember when I was registering to go to college in Orlando, we were driving back and forth between Jacksonville and Orlando, and we could not stop playing Astronaut Status. We played Astronaut Status from front to back for 3 days straight. And I wasn't even no hardcore Future fan back then, but after we played Astronaut Status for 3 days straight trying to register for college, on the way back home, I was indoctrinated. I'm like, bro, this guy's the GOAT. Bro, come on, man. He was doing too much work. He was out working the workers. Thank you. Betty Boop. Listen to Fetty or Covert Coop, please. Please. And I would say that I like Lil Wayne's mixtape, but he's a color, so he's trashing me. Hey, yeah, he is. I feel you on that one. Further Line Prequel, honorable mention. Bro, I got that mixtape on streaming sites right now. That's one of my favorite mixtapes, right? So the beats he was rapping on, he rapped on a lot of classic beats. And I think didn't DJ Drama host that Pharrell mixtape? I want to say Pluto has to be there. He utilized mixtape damn near to perfection. I'm telling you, he even like for him to drop mixtape Pluto shows that he has marketed his mixtape catalog to legendary status, where he can drop a rap album, an R&B album with mixtape cuts at the end of it, and then people still demand, nigga, we need a mixtape. I know you dropped an album, but we're so used to you dropping mixtapes around your albums. We need a mixtape. Yep. Gangsta Grills. That's what I'm saying. Hey, listen, man. When we do these hip hop conversations, I'm a real hip hop historian, dog. So we gonna always break it down and give you guys science. So like I said, man, Future definitely has to get that number 2. Get number 4 spot. So once again, going back, I'm gonna share this screen right here. Mount Rushmore. Take Gucci Man, ice cream cone, face ass off, and I fuck with Gucci, but I'll put Jeezy on here over Gucci Man. To me, Jeezy is a top mixtape artist. To me, I could put Jeezy number 4, but I go by eras because I feel like everybody should get a fair shot, and I don't want to have too many regional people on the list. Like, I love the South, but I'm not gonna act like Fab didn't have a mixtape run. I'm not gonna act like Currency don't have a mixtape run. I think he's been shadow banned. I don't know. Maybe I only got 14, 13 views. You did have more views than this, but I don't think I've been shadow banned. Let me see. Hit the like button too. Why everybody's saying, man, yeah, hit the like button, please. Where everybody's in here. Make the like reflect the viewers. Yeah, I don't think I've been shadow banned. I don't think I did anything crazy today. So hopefully I'm not shadow banned. Just let me know why you think I'm shadow banned. West Orlando. Oh, you from West Orlando, Pine Hill? Say bumping beast mode. Oh, Pine Hill. Oh shit. What, Mercy Drive? Yeah. Hey, I got people over there. I got people over there. I had a girl over there I used to fuck with over there on the west side of Orlando, man. Yeah, salute West Orlando. I be in Orlando all the time, like at least twice a week. Yeah, hopefully I'm not shadow banned. Jeezy had the hood behind him. Jeezy had can't ban the snowman. I remember when I was in Teaneck, New Jersey for the summer of 2007 with my cousin up there in Teaneck, and we was at the I think it was at one like little like corner store. They were just like talking and shit, and a nigga started rapping. What's the song called? Nigga said he was like, hustler of the year 4 times in a row. What they give you? Lifetime supply of baking soda, clientele, roll a watch, 2 pots and 3 scales. Get about 50 in a Hummer. The birds fly down south in Georgia for the summer. Money, hoes, cars, clothes. Coke prices up and down like 6 folds. Just because I'm flying like a helicopter. The federal is on my tail, call them bird watchers. Minus the bullshit, life's great. Just got a camera on the peach in my license plate. What it do, what the business is. Word on the street, Jesus know the handle is, bitch, get your mind right. Let me talk to him, bitch, get your mind. Listen, dog, I was like 14, and me and all the niggas on the corner store rapped that whole shit word for word. It was like 8 of us out there, and I was like, Jeezy gotta be that nigga. Because why the fuck am I in goddamn New York? Why am I in New Jersey? And niggas do trap rapping about Atlanta traps. So nigga, what we doing? I'm from the South. This is normal. But when I seen that, when I heard that, I'm like, nah, Jeezy to go. Jeezy to go. Even back then, even when we up there, they fuck with Wayne, but it was like, yo, Jada better than Wayne. You know, everybody had their biased opinion. But when anytime we brought up Jeezy, it was like the vibe we got down here transferred up there. So I definitely got to put Jeezy up there. Jeezy's that guy. Jeezy's that guy. Mixtapes most definitely catapult Jeezy's career. It took him a minute to find that sound when he had that summer winter on lock, bro. Summer of 2005. Summer of 2005. It was a cold summer. Jeezy had the game on locked. Jeezy, hey, Betty Boop said, hey, listen, ma'am, listen, it's a busy night. Everybody's streaming, stars about to hit the block. You gotta understand, I am a smaller content creator. So a lot of my audience might be at other channels right now, and it's fine because I still got about 2 more topics to go. Stars will go live. While Star goes live, I might come back tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, to shoot, finish these last 2 topics up. And if you really, rock with me, Betty Boop, DM your boy with a picture or something. We'll chop it up on the back end. And if you like me talking more, I promise you, just go over to the Star Report when he goes live. I will be on the Star Report. I will cam up. You can look at this wonderful face on the Star Report for the next 2 hours. Please, feel free. Be my guest. The Trap and I have Baltimore. So y'all was in Baltimore going crazy? Here's what I'm talking about. Jeezy had the whole country going crazy. Jeezy had the whole country going crazy, bro. 05 was crazy. They had them niggas in Baltimore trapping, had niggas in Florida trapping, had niggas in Teaneck trapping. I'm telling you, when Can't Ban the Snowman came out, and I'm talking about, bro, I was on music heavy. When Can't Ban the Snowman came out, I was like 11 years old. That was the first time in my life I ever patted I was like this. By track 6, Can't Ban the Snowman, I'm like, dog, I'm over here like this. I'm like, bro, what we doing? I was looking for the money. I couldn't find it. That was the first time in hip-hop in my life I knew I need to get money. I was like, I'm broke. Something's not right. Jeezy, the way Jeezy rapping and the way I'm living don't correlate. I need to find some work. I need to sell something. Jeezy was I'm telling you, the 2 most influential rappers on my life as a jit. I'll say 3, bro. I'll say Jeezy, Wiz, and Currency. The reason why I say Jeezy, because, bro, Jeezy put that hustler. Jeezy put the spirit of hustling in my body, bro. Pause. Jeezy put that spirit of nigga. Like, I wouldn't be who I am today without, like, honestly, it's like Tupac kind of showed me, like, how to be, like, for real. Just it's like honors, values, and principles, right? Jeezy put, like, bro, you got to go out there and get that money, bro. You got to go out and get that bread, bro. You don't have time to be lazy. And I want to say, Currency, Wiz kind of taught me, like, hey, yo, calm down, be cool, have some decorum, relax, play it cool, don't trip, that type of shit, bro. So I'm gonna give Jeezy his props, bro, for sure. Let me see this. 05 was one of the best years. 2000. I was 11, and I agree. Hold on a minute. Yeah, bro, I was 11, and I agree. 05 was like one of the wake up years. Hey, listen, hey, Betty Boop know what time it is. Hey, I don't know who Betty Boop is. But Betty Boop, holla at me. I'm saying, hey, Florida Boy J, 93 on X, high_life, 93 on Instagrams. Holla at me. I'm single. I'm talking about I'm drop the hard top on my Mercedes wood grain gripping single. Like we can be outside. We was fucking with him in DC. Jeezy had DC, Baltimore, Jacksonville, and Teaneck and Detroit on lock. What a time to be alive. And this wasn't we had social media back then. Like we had mixtapes, but nobody was really talking to each other like that online. This was all outside hearsay. Nigga, what tape you got in your car? Burn it for me and bring it to school tomorrow type shit, bro. Go crazy with Jay-Z, bro. Hov was still retired when we got that Go Crazy verse. I think we got the Go Crazy verse and the Diamonds verse by Hov summer of 05. That's how hot the summer of 05 was. Hov, did we get Dear Summer? I think we got the Dear Summer song he did on the Memphis Bleak album. I mean, that's the only reason I got the Memphis Bleak album to hear the Dear Summer song. He did Dear Summer, Diamonds remix with Kanye, Go Crazy with Jeezy, all in the same summer. And did he do I don't think he was on Get Blown. I don't think he was on that song. Yeah, man, Trap or Die, nigga. Jeezy voice don't have soul to me. See, Jeezy, what do you say? They say I ain't lyrical. Ha ha. I ain't trying to impress y'all niggas. If hating was a crime, they'll arrest y'all niggas. Man, listen. I'm your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. And I'm your favorite trapper's favorite trapper. The absolute truth, yeah, no joke. Who me, I emerge from the crack smoke. What? In the hearts of those who cry with O's, they feel my pain. They at my shows. That's why I got the glass pot and the triple beam. They told me money talks like Charlie Sheen. These are more than words. This is more than rap. This is the streets. I am the trap. Standing ovation. Like you're about to have me give you niggas a seminar tonight. I wouldn't even try. I'm really trying to log off. I'm really trying to log off right now. Hey, I'm really trying to tap out right now. And these niggas making me revert back to a time in my life before I was saved. Dear Summer, that's what I'm saying, baby. You niggas was outside. Who was outside? Betty, no, man, y'all know Jeezy was that nigga. Jeezy was the man. I went to the streets. I think it was the Street Dream tour back in 2007, right after the Inspiration dropped, right before the USDA Cold Summer tape dropped. A whole bunch of artists came out on that tour. I'm talking about Plies. I'm talking about Fat Joe, Trick Daddy. Yo, when Jeezy came on stage, grown men who trapped stood on their chairs next to their bitches. I'm talking about real killers, drillers, body catchers. Jeezy came on. I'm talking niggas like this the whole night. Ice grilling the stage. Jeezy came on stage. All you heard was, hey. You know that song Hypnotized off Inspiration? All you heard was, hey. All them cool niggas that was ice grilling for 3 hours. Them niggas not standing up. I'm talking them grown men was like this on their chairs. Like standing straight up on their chairs. They bitch looking up like, what is this nigga doing? Like this nigga was under mind control. And the song Jeezy like, and I command you niggas to get money. Hypnotize, you're hypnotized. I command you niggas to get money. Not kill, not do drugs. I command you niggas to get money. Jeezy, because you know Jeezy is a nigga. Listen, young Jeezy will help your finances. He was the first financial what was looking? He was the first financial advising rapper. Before we had Larry June getting your finances in order, breaking down your books and your taxes, we had Jeezy. We had Jeezy cleaning your money up. We had Jeezy cleaning the money up. Give me a second. Hold on. Come up, but I'm streaming. Okay, give me a second. I'm about to lock this door. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Read this comment. Boom. Give me a second. Subscribe, hit that like button. Okay, back. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so yeah, Baby was correct when he first hit the scene. It was a hit in the side from his hood within the click. MixTape production. A lot of these artists lit. Yeah, man. Listen, dog. one of the best, like when So Icy dropped, man, I feel like down here, when So Icy dropped was like the first time niggas really tapped into Jeezy like hardcore, was when So Icy dropped. It was a dope song. It was fire. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign up out of here early because Stars go live. I got a couple moves to make. It was a little early. Once he goes live, hop on Starport for a few hours. So if anybody appreciate the show, you liked it, you were entertained, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit Cash App, $ Florida Boy J904. We will be going live tomorrow night. Actually, no, we're gonna actually go live tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna get down this GOAT female rappers topic. I'm gonna do the Whitlock and Fuentes topic. I'm gonna knock those out. I'm gonna drop the Trump shorts and the MixTape Mount Rushmore shorts tonight after I log off. I'll be, like I said, I'll be streaming on Starport, but as I'm streaming on the Starport, I'm gonna be simultaneously cutting up and editing the clips from this episode of the podcast. So by the time Starport goes off, all these clips will be uploaded to YouTube and these other sites, X, Twitch. The shows will be uploaded there. We'll be doing distribution. You guys will be getting those clips running. And then by the time we wake up in the morning and see all those clips being posted on the scheduled basis, we'll be live again, wrapping up these last two topics of the show. Thank you so much, Jason O. Thank you to Shakiria for tapping in, helping me moderate the show tonight. Everybody who's tapped in, I'm sorry. We only did a little 90-minute show, but I appreciate it because we're going to go live again tomorrow. If you guys want to see me talk a little bit more, I'm about to be on the Starport very, very shortly. Once he goes live, I'm going to cam up, do content over there. We're going to chop it up. We're going to go, we're going to do our thing. We're going to crash out. And just want to say thank you. Thank you to Last Dragon for being very engaged on topic. Salute to on our next podcast. Please, hey, we can do a collab if you just tap in. Dipset, Dipset's going crazy. Salute Time is Money. Betty Boop, you know what I'm saying? Hey, hit me up in the back end, Betty Boop. Moses, you know what I'm saying? Moses definitely was there in the conversation. Like I said, Last Dragon, 88 Ways to Live. You were definitely in a salute from West Orlando in the building. I had, where's my Baltimore guy? I want to say thank you to everybody. Where's Baltimore? I got a lot of love in Baltimore. Yeah, peace out, Moses. Peace out, everybody. Where's my Baltimore guy? Can't find him. But yeah, definitely Alex M., Last Dragon, 88 Ways to Live, Raw Lou. Like I said, Moses, all you guys. I really appreciate it. I will holler at you guys Monday, Carlton Way. Peace out. Have a great night, safe night. Subscribe to everything, too. Subscribe to Florida J93 on X. I'm going crazy over there. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a safe night. Peace out.